Howdy, folks. Howdy. And I'm back in the studio, bro. I've been out on my nomadic journey, just out there in the world. While many of you guys were on your way to Sturgis or are at Sturgis, I went to the National Biker Roundup and came back this way over the weekend. Stopped in Pensacola, Florida to hang out with my club brother for a while over there at his farm in Pensacola. Down there, was able to clear my mind, was able to take the father with me, the father of the Mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation. Man, oh man, it was delectable. You know, this is not all bikers, okay? Not all motorcycle club bikers, not all bikers, not all of us enjoy the whole nomadic roaming around the world thing. Some bikers are racers. Some bikers are, you know, are recreational cyclists. And if it's colder than 65, they ain't riding. If it rained 2 days ago, they ain't riding. And we have no hate for any biker. We love bikers. This is Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can use. Biker views you can't refuse. Yeah. And we do this every day. Every day. We have content every single solitary day. So if you're not getting our notifications, just come on back over here, because we've either got a news story or an MC Protocol story or something here for you to purview. Is that the right word? So I see you all on here. Good morning. Let me turn on the chat so we can get everyone here. It is so nice to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. And please like, share, and subscribe. And we would appreciate that. Our story today, man, this is a sad one, bro. This is a sad one. Well, it goes to show you a couple things. First of all, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. It ain't. It don't matter. The court of public opinion, none of that matters. When it comes to a court of law, it's what you can prove, not what everybody thinks about it. Okay? It's what you can prove. And in this case, the guy who ran over, or who was accused of running over and killing many members of the Jarhead MC, it looks like he was acquitted. And man, let me try to go all the way back to the very first time we heard about this guy, this young man who has been in jail since the very beginning. He's been in jail and without any bail. And it looks like now he has his freedom. So we're going back. This is bikerliberty.com, our online news magazine. This is October 27, 2020. Judge considers suppressing some of the statements in the biker crash case. Well, we got to go back even further, right? Man, we got to go way back to when this originally happened. Man. Holy moly. Here we go. So we can see this as this developed. Prosecutors want another look at the truck in the case. They started having problems in the case. This guy was accused of so many things, and the evidence started not to bear some of it out. Man, we got to go way back. When did this happen? Does anybody remember? Boy, look at all the stories that have happened in the past couple of years since we started bikerliberty.com. Uh, wow. Oh, I remember this guy here, the guy that we interviewed that had one arm. Here we go. Uh, oh, heck. Remember this when the lady lost her job because of this case? This case caused people to lose their jobs. ICE put a detainer on this man. He was a Ukrainian person, immigrant. Boy, look at all the stories we've done over this guy over the time as we go way, way back to see um, uh, the various things that happened with him. Okay, so this is when we first started. January 31st, 2019 is when we first started this site. So he was among one of our very first stories. Oh, remember this guy who got his head peeled back? Um, so I tell you what, we will look at that, but first let's look at this. What happened? Massachusetts truck driver acquitted in deaths of 7 motorcyclists in New Hampshire. Well, they sure cleaned that guy up. They really cleaned that guy up, which goes to show you, if you're gonna go to court and stuff. Oh, this is it. This is the first one. This is the first one. This happened. Looks like June 22, 2019. This was the very first story. 7 dead in Randolph crash. Witnesses describe aftermath. And I know what this looks like personally, as this has happened to my motorcycle club 2 times in 2 years. So this was, and we had the exact same outcome, just about with the truck catching on fire and all that stuff. And this was the very first story as it happened. Okay, so Massachusetts truck driver acquitted of deaths in 7 motorcyclists in New Hampshire. Vladimir Zukowski was his name, of West Springfield, Massachusetts. Is his name? Sorry, Vladimir Zukowski. Zukowski is his name, of West Springfield, Massachusetts. Enters a courtroom at Coos County Superior Court in Lancaster, New Hampshire, Monday, July 25th, 2022. So this was him a couple of weeks ago, it looks like. Vladimir Zukowski, 26 years old, of West Springfield, Massachusetts, had pleaded not guilty to multiple counts of negligent homicide, manslaughter, driving under the influence, and reckless conduct. Although some of these charges were dropped during the trial, he has been in jail since the crash on July 21st, 2019 in Randolph. His trial began July 26th. The 7 who died were part of a Marines club, motorcycle club, and were from New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. They ranged in age from 42 to 62. They were part of a larger group that had just left a motel and were headed to an American Legion post in Gorham for a fundraiser. The jury deliberated for less than 3 hours before returning a verdict. Wow. That's a short time. Prosecutors had argued that Zukowski, who had taken heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine that day, repeatedly swerved back and forth before the head-on crash and told police he caused it. But a judge dismissed 8 charges related to whether he was impaired, and his attorneys blamed the lead biker, Albert Woody Mazza, who was among those killed. He was drunk. He was not looking where he was going. He lost control of his motorcycle and slid in front of Vlad Zukowski's truck. Al Mazza caused the accident. Vlad Zukowski is not guilty, defense attorney Jay Dugway said in closing statements. Wow. Huh. What's it like sitting in there listening to that? There is no doubt that this accident was a tragedy, Dugway said, but we are not here to decide whether or not this was a tragedy. Yeah, they were there to decide whether or not his client was guilty and had caused the deaths of those 7 people. DeGuay accused prosecutors of ignoring that their own accident reconstruction unit contradicted their theory that Zukowski crossed into the oncoming lane, which is that was what all of the reports were about. That's what they were saying the whole time. And it seems their own accident reconstruction unit contradicted that theory. An expert hired by the defense, meanwhile, testified that the crash happened on the center line of the road and would have occurred even if the truck was in the middle of its lane because Mazda's motorcycle was heading in that direction. From the beginning of this investigation, the state had made up their mind about what had happened. Evidence be damned, said DeGuay, who also highlighted inconsistencies between witness accounts or when witnesses contradicted themselves. Those witnesses were all over the place about what they recalled and what they claimed to have seen, he said. In particular, DeGuay suggested that members of the Jarhead's motorcycle club shaded their accounts to protect Mazda and the club. Prosecutor Scott Chase acknowledged some inconsistencies, but asked jurors to remember the circumstances. People were covering the dead, trying to save the barely living, comforting the dying. This wasn't story time, he said. They were up here talking about some of the most unimaginable chaos, trauma, death, and carnage that we can even imagine. 3 years later, they were talking about hell broke open. Witnesses were consistent, he argued, in describing the truck as weaving back and forth before the crash. That behavior continued until he killed people, Chase said. That's what stopped him. It's not that he made some responsible decision to start paying attention or do the right thing, he said. The only thing that stopped him was an embankment after he tore through a group of motorcycles. Chase called the attempt to blame Mazda a fanciful story and frivolous distraction, while reminding jurors that Zukowski, who didn't testify at the trial, told investigators, obviously, I caused the crash. He was crystal clear from the very beginning that he caused this crash, Chase said. This is what he said, because that is what happened. The motorcyclists who died were from New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, and ranged in age from 42 to 62. They were part of a larger group that had just left a motel along U.S. Route 2 in Randolph. Killed were Mazza of Lee, New Hampshire, Edward and Joanne Core, a couple from Lakeville, Massachusetts, Michael Ferrazzi of Contoocook, New Hampshire, Desma Oaks of Concord, New Hampshire, Daniel Piera of Riverside, Rhode Island, and Aaron Perry of Farmington, New Hampshire. And here's some of the related stories. Back in 2019, the jury selection began. Massachusetts official resigned. NTSB, Massachusetts RMV federal safety process failed in the crash. You guys remember all these stories. They're also here in bikerliberty.com. All those same stories. This is incredible. Is this a failure of the justice system, or is this the truth? But one thing is for sure, the court of public opinion had this man absolutely guilty. And I can tell you, we're going to be facing this soon. And this man who killed my brothers and sisters, holy moly. What if they blame the president of my club and put it all on a dead man's name? Wow. But when a guy's fighting for his life and can afford or get access to the best kinds of attorneys, believe you me, he's going to be swinging for the fences. And it looks like in this one, he knocked one out of the park. Now, admitting guilt, it's my fault. That doesn't necessarily make you guilty. You got to have many people have admitted guilt and crimes didn't pan out that they did that crime. So, you guys, I'm going to go into the comments before I say more. Randolph Bill says, good morning. Just found your channel. So far, I'm loving everything you have to say. I've been riding a motorcycle about 30 years now, and I'm with the Buffalo Soldiers in Shreveport. Well, welcome to the show. I can't believe you just found it. Wow. But we absolutely thank you for tuning in, man. And we appreciate the support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. Let's see. I'm going really kind of up to the top because I'm sure you guys were talking as I was reading. Welcome back from your nomadic journey. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Mike Ball, I had a good time out there. I can't even tell you. Let's see. It's okay. So, I've got to scroll through. Everybody likes each other on the channel. I like that. Everybody's talking. Justice was not served, says Dan Hallinan. He says justice was not served. Oh, you guys were telling me when it happened, June 2019, 3 years ago. It's just crazy how time flies. 19, 20, 21, 22, 3 years ago. Yeah. I thought he had coke and smack in his system. Even if he had coke and smack in his system, being drunk does not mean you caused the accident. It means you were drunk, and there are other penalties for that. And it doesn't look like they charged him with DUI. Did they? Pled not guilty to multiple counts of negligent homicide, manslaughter, and driving under the influence. So obviously, there was probably not sufficient evidence to say that he was drunk or even under the influence, because he could have had fentanyl and what did they say, cocaine and other stuff. He could have taken that day, but it only lasts so long, right? And then you're not high anymore, right? I mean, for those of you who might smoke or something, you could tell me better that there comes a point where you're no longer under the influence and you got to take some more. So he could have admitted to have taken all that day and still not been high and still not been guilty of the crimes that he was accused of. Morning, Black Dragon from Fayetteville, Arkansas, trucking and listening to you. Morning, Jesse Torres. Good to have you, man. Black Dragon, if I'm allowed to ask, what's the status in your MC's disaster? Will the truck driver be charged for the runover? So the status is that the truck driver was arrested some 21 days later. The Arkansas Police Department told us that they were taking their time so that they could get it right, so that if they put charges on that man, they would stick and not have this outcome, if at all possible. So they took their time to do it right, as we were told by the officer there that's been working with us. A hero, by the way, a hero police officer who survived a horrendous accident himself and still and could have quit, came back and worked and came and he helped us, worked with us. So the guy was charged. And I think I did a video about it. I don't remember the charges off the top of my head, but he was arraigned and turned himself in to be arrested. I don't know if he got bail or not. And so I'll be talking to the president, especially after this, in light of this. We need to prepare ourselves. And I would say to any motorcycle club or any person, always prepare yourself that you don't get the outcome you want in court. Good morning, Outlaw Preacher. Carol Croson says, no. So because these bikers were military, then their lives didn't count. As I say, a dead biker has no say where this guy lived, could tell it his way. I'm a former member of ABATE, and ABATE needs to step in. There ain't a damn thing ABATE can do at this point. He has been found not guilty, and unless there's some kind of a federal or some other kind of charge, he ain't guilty of negligent homicide, manslaughter, driving under the influence, or reckless conduct. He ain't guilty of none of that. So says a jury of his peers. Sven says a biker with some alcohol left over in his blood is more guilty than a guy with several DUIs filled with cocaine, fentanyl, etc. Seriously. Well, and he's dead and can't defend himself. But if he slid in front of the in front of that guy's truck, then he caused the accident. Now I wasn't there, but if that's what happened, the jury seemed to think that's what happened. It would seem. Vernon says I had the distinct pleasure, or Bolo rather says I had the distinct pleasure of meeting the members of that crew a few years ago. Just sad occasion all around. Morning, Dante Riddle. If that dude had killed a school bus full of kids, he wouldn't be let go for nothing. This is complete malarkey. Fact is, he got high and killed some bikers and should have to pay. Retro Philosophy says no way he should have been acquitted. Cliff Barnett says no justice for the dead and injured. Victims were painted as drunken and outlaw motorcyclists. Drugs in his system and unsolicited statements were thrown out. Russian mob for the win. The transport company was under investigation for drug transport in vehicles across state lines. They may have been, but if they weren't charged with that, then they didn't do that. And I believe that company was shut down. A lot of people lost their jobs. The head of the New Hampshire or where was it? New Jersey, was it? Department of Traffic or whatever it was. She lost her job because they didn't properly turn over the stuff that would have taken him off the road long before this happened. A lot of people were hurt by this, where it seems that he doesn't walk away scot-free, I'm sure. He's still got to face INS, and I'm sure they're going to be looking at ways to make his life unhappy if they can. I'm curious if the outcome would have been different had it been a law enforcement club. It's hard to say. If this verdict will last, it's like hunting season. And listen, Sven, this is the United States. That verdict is solid, bro. It is what it is at this point. This is a huge slap to our vets and even worse to our fallen soldiers. I would hope that the jury took that into account and didn't take that into account. Right? Because I would hate that they would put somebody in prison forever that was guilty just because you were a vet or I was a vet. I want the system to work. I'm not saying that it did, but I don't believe that there are any protected classes. I was a vet, but I simply answered the call to duty, and I was paid for that. And I was educated for that. I got an education, most of it, mostly free. I only paid for like 25% of my college degree and et cetera, et cetera. So uh, we the country benefited and so did I. But I don't want to be a protected class that, oh my God, you killed a cop, so now you go to jail forever, whether you were guilty or not. And it shouldn't be that way with veterans either. He should be tried on the merits of the case. Then, if we find him guilty, then we should tear his ass up because he killed vets. It was a sad tragedy, but this guy has to live with what happened. I don't see him living long with this over his head. Who knows? It seems to be an absolute travesty in the courts. One of the reasons people don't like courts, and I had a situation where my daughter was attacked by her estranged baby daddy, and the district attorney guaranteed me that she would put him in prison, then turned around and cut him a deal. And I was blown away. I was so effing PO'd. I said, you promised me that he would go to prison for his crimes. And she said something that I suppose is true in this case. She said, I never put anything in the hands of a jury. I would rather make a deal where I know we have certain charges and certain consequences than put it in the hands of a jury. Maybe she was right. Looking at this, maybe she was right. Maybe she was right. Because she had me so pissed off. I talked to her like she had dirt on her. And she said, nope, I don't put things in the hands of jury. You never know, she said, what a jury can come up with. And maybe she was right. So let me see. Witnesses, someone said, are the worst with recollection at times. And then they actually accused, the attorney accused some of his brothers of coloring their story to protect that. And if such a thing is true, it comes back to basic old MC protocol. What we have to do as club brothers for one another. We have to, make sure we don't have any brothers that are riding under the influence. And the fact is, they were able to I guess, verify that was the case through blood or whatever. Nathaniel Placenta says, while we are not, is that placenta or placentia? I'm not sure. But while we are not happy by the verdict, we got no choice but to accept it. We only know what the media tells us about, obviously. There was way more to this story than came out in court. That came out in court. Rest in peace, much love, and respect to the Jarhead's MC. I think that's a good one. The people in South Africa are in winter now. That's strange. Winter in August. And September is their spring. So to go down in September. Whatever you do, don't take your ass down there in August. You'll freeze to death. You'll be like we're in Africa and I'm freezing. Let's see. Goose says we have lost so many great people in the last couple of years. In our club, yes, we have. Coke stays in your system up to 30 days. Not sure about fentanyl. Accounts leading up to his crash. Sure would appear he was under the influence. That's what I had read. If you look back at the facts, he took off right after the accident, so they didn't get an accurate blood sample. He left from the hospital, says John Dunbar. When he turns around and does it again, then they need to charge every juror that found him not guilty with negligence. Well, we can't, we have to believe that the jurors did everything that they could to make a right decision. And whether they got to know that wasn't going to be a positive decision, that it wasn't going to be taken well. So it took guts to make that decision. And I want them to make what they believe is the right decision and not be afraid that they're going to be found guilty for making the wrong decision. They have to go with what's in front of them. And when you get in there and you start changing up the story and stuff like that, it starts looking suspect. This is ridiculous. Shows exactly how broken the justice system is in America. Ride in paradise to the bikers who lost their lives. I don't think it was about the bikers not having value. It was all about facts presented, and the prosecutor didn't present enough facts to make him guilty. It is definitely how they run their case. Mad Dog says, I knew Mazza, and I know the Jarheads. They are friends of my clubs, of my club. Of course, the Leather Nation MC would be friends with the Jarhead MC. I'm absolutely sure. And I'm very sorry for your loss, Mad Dog, of someone you knew. Drugs in your system doesn't mean you are high. So I wouldn't know. And there's a level, right? You can have a level of drugs in your system and not be high, right? Or not be illegal. Chrissy says this is an embarrassment. Ronald Bill said, I found you at the Bikers National Roundup this year and in Louisiana, but I'm here to tell you I'll be with you to the end. Oh, my back, his name is Soul Brother number 30. Oh, my back, his name is Soul Brother number 30. Well, you got to rewrite that, man. I found you at the National Biker Roundup this year and in Louisiana. You must have spoke this, right, into your phone. But I'm here to tell you I'll be with you to the end. And I appreciate that. And I think you must be saying my bike name or my club name is Soul Brother number 30. Maybe that's what you're saying. It's good to meet you, Soul Brother number 30. And I'll be with you to the end, too. If he did get convicted, it would not have been long before he'd get his. Well, you don't know when he'll get his. And him getting his, the court is not shut on that. Welcome to the family, new folks. Glad you made it. Appreciate that, Ghost Eagle. For all the new folks coming in, welcome to the family. There's been a couple of incidents dealing with vehicles in the past 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it's been tough. Bedrock says, I was in active opiate addiction for 25 years before getting clean. That dude had zero business behind the wheel. Oh, he absolutely had zero business behind the wheel. And people lost their jobs because he was behind the wheel. His license should have been suspended. We did that story where I wonder if I do a search on Hampshire. We did that story where the lady lost her job. A lady lost her job because of this guy driving, because he had some DUIs, and where he got the DUI, I believe may have been New Jersey. And that didn't get reported to New Hampshire on time. And so they never knew that he wasn't supposed to be driving. They would have suspended his license, and he theoretically would not have been able to drive. And since that didn't happen, a lot of stuff came out. The trucking company that he worked for had all kinds of stuff going on, negative stuff. And they had all kinds of, they were operating real kind of shady, it seemed. And they found that uh, they had many violations against them. And I believe that company was forced to shut down because of those violations. Just trying to go through some of these stories and find where we covered those things. So no, he should not have been driving at all, and someone lost their livelihood because of that. Even though we don't like the outcome, hit the like button for Black Dragon. I like that. Trevor Drake, another veteran and submarine sailor like myself, said, I agree 120%, Black Dragon. There should be no protected classes in America. Michael E. High says, morning, Black Dragon, and everyone from Sturgis. Hope everyone is having a great day. Stay safe. So you're in Sturgis? Man, I'm going to Sturgis next year. F it. I'm going. Black Dragon, if your daughter was a tad better, that he would be out anyway. That way he could get the sweet visit in the middle of the night. We will move along. Promises are made to be broken even in courts. There's no guarantee it can go either way. It's everywhere, just about. Let's see. Attacked, says Dan. I get you, Dan Riddle. In the Wind says, in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty. I'm heartbroken for the family, brothers and sisters. Should he be able to make a living with a CDL? Absolutely not. It's easy to take sides. Oh, his CDL days, I'm sure, are over. Because he had a DUI before this. So his CDL days were over then. I don't know how long until you can get another CDL. Is it a year, 2, 3? I mean, do they make you never get to drive forever if you get a CDL, or do you get to drive? Somebody said 3 hours deliberation. That's damn fast for 7 deaths. Or that's what the evidence called for. Like maybe it was easy to see. People can be swayed by a good spin doctor. Juries are made of people. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, I just read about it, and there are still some things that are not being said. It's funny how some people get different outcomes depending on who you are or who you know. Absolutely. All south of the equator line is winter right now. Oh, everything south of the equator is winter right now. My geography is not good. I can't even tell you what's south of it. So is it winter in Australia right now? They're south of the equator, aren't they? Take care, Keith. I'm from Vegas, and the 24-hour accessibility to alcohol makes us exposed to some of the worst impaired drivers around. Oh, I bet you. I tried messaging you, and I can see you have a lot of fans, but I really would love to connect. Sarah Jean, you can connect with me, Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com, Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com, or call me on my consultation app. You can go make an appointment at clarity.fm/Black-Dragon. Yeah. It could be also that some of the juries were against motorcycles and didn't like motorcycle clubs, I think is what Ronald Bill is trying to say. And that's what I tell you every day. We gotta take control of our narrative, because there are a lot of people that don't like us. Like the woman who got surrounded by bikers the other day, and her wing mirror broken off her car. She probably can't wait to get to court and decide something against some bikers. I had an attorney tell me when I was fighting a case, do you want to put your faith in 12 people who were not smart enough to get out of jury duty? That's sad. I could find an XL half helmet. Okay, that's something else. You guys are talking between yourselves. He can still have civil litigation pursued against him, lower burden of proof, but he ain't got no money. That's why he was working night and day with no sleep. Uh, you know what I mean? So I don't know what you get out of him. Justice system is broke, says Ghost Eagle. Judge seems to have made some sketchy decisions on what was and wasn't allowed into the proceedings. Yeah, we did have a story here where the judge actually uh, put some stuff out of that trial. What was it? Here we go. Let's look at this. Let's look at the sketchy decisions you're talking about. Judge considers suppressing some statements in the biker crash case. The pickup driver whose collision with a group of bikers last year left 7 motorcyclists dead made some statements to police that should not be part of his upcoming trial, his lawyer told the judge in New Hampshire. Well, obviously, they did let those statements in. Attorney for Vladimir Zurkowsky said their client indicated during the police interview last June that he was not able to continue the interview and that the continuation of questioning was then a violation of his Miranda rights. Right now, I don't even want to answer anything like I'm just out of it, Zurkowsky told police. Police halted the interview briefly before continuing to question Zurkowsky about drug use and his actions the day of the crash. Zurkowsky's attorney, Steve Merkin, said in the pretrial hearing, I would submit the appropriate question would have been, what do you mean you don't want to answer questions? Does that mean you are describing how you feel? Or are you asserting your right to stop questioning? Oh, well, they'll never do that. Ha! Yeah, that'll never happen. Have you not watched the last 23 years of Law and Order SUV? Anyway, Zurkowsky's attorney, Steve Merkin, told the court, adding that it was not his client's responsibility to know what magic words to use to stop the interview. Yeah, you're just supposed to be able to say, I don't want to talk anymore. Here they are. Here are all the stories about. There they are. So they just put up, we just did this the other day. The 3-year trial started. We did that on July 25th, and it's over on August the 10th. Damn, that was fast. We did another story on June 24th. Biker survived the motorcycle crash that killed him. ICE put a detainer on him. Thousands of out-of-state traffic notices were found. This is where the lady lost her job because they found out that after the deadly New Hampshire biker crash, the Massachusetts RMV found out that it had tens of thousands of paper notices detailing traffic infractions that Massachusetts drivers had compiled in other states that had been sitting untouched in 53 bins in a state facility in Quincy. And these guys, they got backed up. And so 53 bins of this was unreported. And this is how his DUI violation never got reported. His DUI violation in Connecticut never got reported. And so that's why he was still on the road. That was what that story was about. So there was a lot to this. You wouldn't have thought that he would have been found not guilty, but he was. He was absolutely found not guilty. The justice was set up to be the way it's meant to. It's meant to work for and to work against certain groups. Yes, that's exactly how it was set up. Judge seemed to have made some cases. Yes, okay, we read that. So I can see that most bikers are not happy with this outcome. In California, if you have a prior DUI and get in an accident and under the influence, it's vehicle manslaughter. Yeah. Well, I can see that. Larry Field Gold Reed, EMS Road Docs. 30 years in EMS, I saw firsthand bikers hurt and no charges even filed. Yeah, I bet you've seen a lot, 30 years. So I was addicted to opiates 2014 at 16, started as an injury insurance wouldn't pay for surgery. After surgery, doctor cut me off, turned into H, clean 4 years, passed out on H. Cops did not figure it out. 4 cars. Wow. Well, don't be admitting to nothing on here. We don't we don't want to go back and be like he admitted on Black Dragon show. Don't be admitting to nothing. Where are you today, Black Dragon? Around. He was a drug addict with a long record of driving under the influence. Yeah, he was, but that didn't make him guilty of that crime. Somebody said it very simply, POS. We all know what that means. But I'm in the studio, Sarah Jean, right now. I won't be here all day, but this is where I am right now. All right, my friends. So, man, that I don't know what to say. Well, Black Dragon, what did you want to have happen? I want justice. This brother right here of mine was run over, and the whole pack taken out and killed. 1 year before my pack was taken out in Louisiana. So we know this feeling, and it sucks. I watched. I was there. I was there. I was there for both accidents. I watched him on the gurney. I looked into the back of that ambulance. I saw them pounding on his chest, and I saw no response. And as they pulled away, I just had this impending feeling of doom as I turned around and looked, and scattered down the street were my brother's motorcycles. And it hurt. It never stops hurting. And you want the people responsible to pay. But there are mitigating circumstances sometimes. There are. In the case of Brother Iceberg, he was run over by a member of our own club. What do you do with that? What irony is that? Who is there to hate? At least with this guy, you could hate somebody. If it happens because of a brother who just made a very incredibly tragic, stupid mistake with no malice intent, that's a mitigating circumstance. It makes it really, really difficult. It's some of the stuff is not black and white, friends. Some of this stuff is not black and white at all. You want to have somebody to hate. You need it. Oh my God, you guys just don't know. Years and years and years of this stuff, and it never get a ground, never get a handle on it. I live in New Hampshire. Local laws just said he is in custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement after being found not guilty. No, local news said that. Well, I said that earlier, Matt, that he still was going to have to face ICE. I said that earlier, about 20 minutes ago. He still was going to have to face ICE. People said, it's peachy keen for him. No, not necessarily. They may put him in jail for something else, like being in this country illegally. That could be, or they can put him out, like, getting a DUI is enough to put you out of here. So, the country ain't nice if you come here and you don't act right. You know what I mean? Better act right. You're a guest here. He must have been part of a trade agreement between Russia and the U.S. Shaking my head. Maybe we can trade him for Brittany Griner? Brittany Griner? Man, come on, John. You should know people's names. Brittany Griner. Maybe we can trade her for her. Everybody seems to want to get her out. We certainly shouldn't trade her for an arms dealer. My people are calling for lights. My boyfriend and I have bought a blue and have been planning a road trip. And have bought a blue. A blue, is that a bike? Is there a bike called a blue that I don't know about? Boyfriend and I have bought a blue and we've been planning a road trip. This SHIT is scary. I know. He's going to be sent back to his homeland, Ukraine. Can you send anybody back to a war zone? You might not be able to send him back there. Woke judge must hate bikers. Oh, we brought a bike, she said. Yeah, biking is scary. It absolutely is. I keep a Medipack in my saddle bag and think we need a patch that reads, I have a medical kit in my bike for any pedestrian that might help me. That's a cool patch. 7 dead, and the judge said he didn't do it. No, strong brave. The judge didn't say he didn't do it. The jury said he didn't do it, or that he wasn't guilty. The jury didn't say he didn't do it. They said specifically that he was not guilty of negligent homicide, manslaughter, driving under the influence, and reckless conduct. And some of those charges were dropped by the judge during the trial. Please add me on TikTok. I've tried messaging you on there for advice on riding motorcycles, but we are not friends, so it would not let me connect with you. You seem so wise to a lot of things I need to know and want to know about motorcycles. Well, you're going to have to, because that kind of time to talk to you about that, Sarah, you're going to have to set up an appointment. There you go. Go to clarity.fm /dragon, clarity.fm /dragon. Set up an account there, and we will have a phone call and we will talk as long as you want. Clarity.fm /dragon. And I'll talk to you till the cows come home. I know I was just giving confirmation to your statement. Thank you. Goose said he'll be in the Ukraine in 3 weeks. Damn, protect this country. Hey, the president said no one gets to leave. Did he give a call for everyone to come back that had already left? They were shut down, paid their fines, and faded out. Owners fled the state shortly after. We must be talking about that company. And the Brandon regime just sent another $40 billion in aid to assist the Ukraine situation. I just can't believe they're sending. Boy, don't look here, Braxton, man, stop it. Don't get me started this morning. Brittany caught a bad rap, but didn't she see locked up abroad? Brittany did not catch no bad rap. Where's my boo button? Do I have a boo button? Did they give me? They gave me a clap button. I need a damn boo button. I'll just use the battle cry. Boo! Boo! She did not get a bad rap. She took her ass over to somebody's country with some cannabis oil over there where they don't be playing that. Or whatever the oil was. They don't play that over there. I hope she should have watched Locked Up Abroad. And let's stop it with the whole. She had to go over there because she couldn't make a living here. She makes more money playing basketball than most of you folks make doing whatever you do. Running a basketball up and down the court. She's only making starvation wages. So she's forced to go to another country to play where they were paying her $1 million a year. And I don't hate on the hustle. I'm not mad at the don't be mad at the hustle. Don't be mad at the game. Not mad at the player. Not mad at you. Get your hustle as you can. There are people mad at me. He's making money off the motorcycle club industry. Don't be mad at my hustle. People want to buy my books. Don't be mad. Get you a hustle. I'm not mad at her hustle. But she had to go and make a living. If she had been LeBron James, he wouldn't have had his ass over there on that dumb stuff. Hasn't so far, anyway. We should trade her for a Russian arms dealer who kills people? So a certain segment of the voting population will like Biden? No. No. Thank you, Black Dragon. Said she hated the U.S., but now asked for this help and sympathy of the nation she turned her back on after she saw what the real lack of freedom is. See you in 9.5. B. I don't know that she turned her back on the nation. She disagreed with some things that happened here. Black Dragon doesn't like everything going on over here. That doesn't mean because you took a knee during the game, or I don't know what she did. I didn't follow women's basketball. Some people said she hated America. I don't know. I never heard her say that. But that doesn't mean she turned her back on America. She didn't like something and spoke up about it. But y'all be like hating on a bro. like y'all be like, oh, that's it. I hate you. You deserve whatever you get. Don't forget that Brittany kneeled during the national anthem. That doesn't make her a bad guy or something, gal or whatever. I mean, she knelt during the anthem. You know, I fought so that you could do whatever you want during the anthem. I fought for you to be able to speak and stuff. I will always stand and put my hand over my heart because I hoisted that flag on top of my submarine for more than a decade. I believe in my brothers that died fighting for that flag, but not everybody does. Not everybody has to. It's America. You don't have to like it here. You can get the hell out. I don't mind, but you don't have to go. She broke their law, like Brother Goose says, and she got what she deserved. How about an F it button? That's what we need. I'm going to make one. There's always a good thing to have Goose in my club. We have an EMT and a fireman with training. I'm blessed to have them. We need that, more of that in clubs. Black Dragon says, don't forget to give this Black Dragon a thumbs up. He is the big Black Dragon from Midnight Ghost Riders. But anyway. Oh, look at this. We're at an hour. Black Dragon, I got to ask, if you make it up to Sturgis next year, are you going to take the RV? Absolutely. Oh, I need a different button. Hold on. Absolutely. I ain't going nowhere for a week, okay, that I don't have my RV. Unless I'm just specifically doing a cross-country ride. And I think I want my RV as the trail vehicle, if I do. That would be hard to do because we ride so fast, there's no way the RV could keep up with us. But, yeah, if I'm just riding like here to Wichita, Kansas for our party that's coming up in 2 weeks, if I'm just riding from here to Wichita, Kansas, yeah, sure, I'm riding. In the 112 degrees, just like, I'm 59. Why am I still doing this? I'll do that. But going to Sturgis for a week, bro, I'm taking my RV like everybody else, pulling my trailer, and I'm gonna be proud about it. My chest is gonna be stuck out, and I'm not even gonna be like. One year, I apologized to my listeners, and I'm sorry, but I'm taking my RV. That's when Chuck E. Cheese decided that I was not a real biker. But hey, man, yeah, I am taking the RV to Sturgis. Maybe I'll have my new RV by then. The King Air. Look it up. I want a 2023 King Air. AIRE, I believe it is spelled. Yeah, that's the next one for me. Show you guys this thing. 2020 King Air. Oh my God. And you guys. Here we go. Ooh, Lord have Jesus. This is it right here. This is my next RV. It's down to 1,500,000 now. I'll take it. This is the King Air 4531, as opposed to the 4566 or others. This is the 4531. Oh, here's one for 1,600,000 with 2,020 miles on it. Well, you buy it for 1,600,000 and you say, oh, it's got 2,000 miles. I don't want it anymore. Look at this thing. Do you guys see this thing? This is, yeah. Do you see that? Yes, sir. Can you guys see this? Let me make this big for you. Kind of zoom in here. Can we zoom in on the thing? Do you see this? Contact Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Missouri. You got to go out of town to get it. There you go. The King MF and Air. The ultimate driving experience. That's it. Oh, look at that big booty. Yes. Do you see that? Do you see the King Air? That's the next RV for me. Look at that slide out, bro. The slide out is as long as the whole damn RV. Look at it. Isn't it delicious? Makes you want to, double, dual, tandem, axle, rear, and the back wheels turn when you're backing it up or going forward. Anything under like 10 miles an hour, and the back wheels turn. Look at that thing. Ultimate driving comfort. There you go, bro. Heated floors. Yes, yes, and yes. Look at that panoramic window. That's your kitchen right here with the porcelain and stuff. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at it. Look at these reclining his and her seats. I'll say. And look at that. The seat turns into a bed with your 50 or 60-inch television above it. Man, don't mess with me. This is the next one right here. Oh, thanks for the $2, Don or Ron Durham, so that you can help me get this. I'd appreciate it. Look at that. Dishwasher. It's got its own dishwasher, trash compactor. Bro, this is a convection heated oven, which is also a microwave. It's got it all. Look at this double refrigerator with a huge bay freezer. It's only two of the onboard freezers. It's got its own pantry. Bro, look at that. That's one of two bathrooms. Yeah. Look at the master bedroom. Can you see this king size bed? You see that? Well, y'all ain't even ready for this. Here's the bathroom going into the second bathroom, the master bathroom. Look at this king size bed, sleep number mattress. Come on, man. What's your sleep number? Fireplace. Man, y'all better stop playing with me. Look at that going into the back. Dual washer and dryer? Come on, man. This is magnificent. Look at that shower. All right. This is RVing at the top, tippy top level. Come on, man. Look at that. Your own winery. It's made out of the wood, the cedar wood winery. Who doesn't have a cedar wood winery in their RV? Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You got your own safe. You got this is it. That's the King Air, my bros. That's the King Air. My next RV. Oh, wow. I didn't even know it got big like that. My next RV, the King Air. Of course, just since we're here, the Provost. You could do a Provost. Two. I don't know which one I like more, the Provost or the King Air. For me, I think it's the King Air. I think I want the King Air. But for those of you who like the bus, where's the Provost at? Is this one here, Provost? Yeah, this is the 2019. So if you like the whole bus look, there's your Provost right there. 2019 Provost. There you go, my friends. I don't know if I like the bus look. If you like the bus look, this is about the same price. About $1.5 million, 2019. There you go. Which one? Which one you guys like best? So, I mean, it's a monster. The wheels don't turn the back. Well, look at that, boy. Look at those bays on that sucker, man. This is what you call ain't playing around. This is the next level of next level ism. You feel me? Uh, it's just real nice. These things be having like 600 diesel coming engines. Like this is a bigger engine than 18 wheelers have on them. Like, what the hell are you gonna do with all that? You got a 1,000,000-mile bus here. Got to be willing to, you know. Most people only put 2,000 miles a year on an RV. So buying a 1,000,000-mile bus means that you will never. If you're only getting $2,000 a year, you're never, ever, ever, ever. Chucky Crossrider says, I've never seen an RV in South Africa. Don't think our roads are wide enough. Well, you guys have buses, right? This is just a bus for personal folkses and stuff. This is a personal bus. Well, would you look at that? Look at those batteries on that mofo. This is the real deal. And there's the onboard vacuum cleaner system. It's got its own vacuum cleaner. Look at that outdoor 60-inch television. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. These are the things. Look at that. It comes all out. These are the things that luxury motor coach living is all about, bro. I have some of these things in my RV now, but it ain't hitting like this. This is hitting. It's hitting out of the park. Look at that. Look at this awning as it stretches out. They got their own chairs, provost chairs that I guess come with it. Certainly they wouldn't make you buy those. Here's your Olympia red carpet that comes out. Look at would you look at this? Look at your pilot cockpit, bro. You ain't just a whistling Dixie in this thing. You're flying down the highway. And these are the shades that come down. You have shades for your privacy. And you got a leather grip steering wheel with an entire airplane cockpit. Only thing you're missing here is an ejection seat. Look at that, man. Look at these automatic buttons on your seat. They got a booty massager. Everything for a brother or sister. You know, here's where your passenger rides over here in luxury with the leather grain tiger seats, my friend. If you've never sat on a leather grain tiger seat, you don't even know what you're missing. Look at these hard wood grain, real plank metal wood floors. They're heated. You walk around barefoot. Look at this mahogany grain leather interior. Maybe I like this better. I might do the provost. Oh, it's hard to say, man. There you go, my friends. These are luxury coaches, just in case you didn't know. Look at that. Look at this big old sliding down. So your TV slides up into the window. And when you don't want to watch TV no more, it slides down and you can look out the window. Look at the fireplace here. You got a fireplace, bro. Wood throw. Look, this is so nice. There's your place to put your laptop and you know, it's got everything. The fireplace, big 60-inch screen TV, your control box system. I don't know. Am I driving my RV? What? Are you serious? I'm going to ride a motorcycle instead of this? Don't mess with me. Do not. Don't come for me. It'll be very disappointing for you. Look at this thing. I'm just saying, just showing you where my, look at this. You got your wine rack. This wine rack is chilled. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. I don't know, man. Look at that. Look at your bowl. You got a golden face bowl. This is kind of like what Donald Trump has in them airplanes with the gold toilets. You ever hear about those? There you go, man. This, my friends, is what $1.6 million gets you in the RV world. I'm sure we can talk them down. What do you think? Yeah. Am I taking my motorcycle to? Am I taking my motorcycle? Or taking my RV? Yes, I'm taking my RV. Pulling that motorcycle behind me, bro. I'm sure that bus has a garage for your bike too. No, listen, brother Chucky. No, you pull your bike behind you in the garage. So there's you pull your garage behind you. Let's see, 60-foot motorcycle trailer. There you go. So you pull your here's one right here. This would be an example of one. And they don't really cost all that much compared to the RV. But yeah, Chucky, you pull it behind you in something like this. There's your 60-foot garage right there. And this is a cheap one. It's only 10 grand. And on the inside, you can pull a car in some of these. But this is a motorcycle one. This is a cheap one. See, yeah, that's just a box. Some of these are really nice. They're 3 or 4 levels. They have, man, they got all kind of stuff in them. Let me see. Let me find a nice one for you. They got some real nice ones out there. Let me see. 60-foot. Let's call it a toy hauler trailer, and we might see a nice one. Toy hauler trailer. Yeah. Oh no, that's not the same thing. Okay, so anyway, 60-foot utility. What are we gonna call them? Trailer. We could call it a car hauler trailer. See what we get. Man. Well, here's another. Here's a race car one. So yeah, this has probably got some nice stuff inside of it. Let's see what they got. Oh no, another just a damn box. Well, some of these things are double layers. They got air conditioners in them, toolboxes, I mean, it just looks like a damn real garage. I just not able to find one. I know I'm not calling it the right thing, but they got some like really bad booty ones. This one is even longer than 60 feet. It's another just a garage. This is be a car hauler, straight. Some of these things look so nice on the inside. It's like having your own damn garage. Dante Riddle said, what did Dante say? I serviced trailers for some years. Those enclosed trailers can get really nice. They can get really nice. I looked at luxury yachts. Then I bought a 14-foot John boat with a 15 horsepower motor. Yeah, well, you buy what you can. You can look at luxury yachts and you buy what you can, right? Check out the Super C from Newmar. Oh, the Super Cs are a whole new thing. I don't like Super Cs, and I don't really have a reason for one because mostly the Super Cs are the folks who are pulling race cars, and so they need that big, huge. Oh my God. That's bad, though. That's bad booty. Whoa. Look, is this the Super C? Holy moly, that's gorgeous. They tend to have a little bit more room than RVs. Holy moly. That's nice. The Supreme Super C lineup. The Supreme Air. Oh, so the King Air, and then they have the Supreme Air. Let's learn more. Oh, there's your Super C right there. I don't like these. I don't like that, but they're really, really, really big. And it is gorgeous. I wonder how much they want for it. The Super C. Wow. The Newmar Super C. It's looking real nice in there. But not as opulent as the King Air. I'm sorry. It ain't the King Air. It's nice. It's nice. They got Super Cs way bigger than this. Yeah, they got Super Cs like twice the size of this. But there's your Super C. Bro, if you want to get into, I need to start my channel, Black Dragon's Great RV Adventure. I've been threatening that for a long time now. And I could just do this. I could talk about RVs all damn day long and never miss. Aunt Squirrely says too much. Aunt Squirrely, it's never too much. Aunt Squirrely says, I'd consider a fifth wheel so you have transport when you get where you're going. Well, no, we put our motorcycles on the back, and we always have the motorcycles. I still want to ride. So anyway, Donald Post says, I got a frog, a dog with a solid gold bone. All right. So anyway, I've got to get going. I've had a fun time with you guys today. Black Dragon watches her eyes fall out when Black Dragon rides up on his victory and drops cash for his next RV. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to pull up on the victory and be like, what do you want, son? I'd like to buy that RV over there. Well, let's check your credit. I brought the cash. Go get your boss. All right. We will have more news stories today coming out. They will be short, 4 or 5 minute long news stories. I've been threatening that. And now that we're back in the studio, we're hitting it hard, working on our next book. Listen, hit that like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate that. Black Dragon Biker TV can be found on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Order my books, Prospects Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, or the Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, all available on Amazon, Kindle, or get your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Order my new audiobook, which is the Prospects Bible. You can get that on Audible. Go to the description link below, and if you ordered from that description link, I will get a little extra money. So I appreciate that. Join our podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. I'll be catching up for the several days I missed now that I'm back in the studio. Please join us on Discord. We have our Discord channel. Link in the description below. You can reach me at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com, and the studio number, now that I'm back in the studio, is 404-692-0336. So those are the ways to get in touch with us and all the things that we are doing. We will see you guys. Make sure to check out bikerliberty.com, my online news magazine. If you need to talk to me, hit me up at clarity.fm, Black Dragon at clarity.fm, clarity.fm/black-dragon. All right. That's it. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. And we will see you guys same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow morning. That's it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospects Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
You are fake news. Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.
You are fake news. Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.